So to get back into the reason why we're here, why AFSPEC War, this is something that I've always loved about AFSPEC War. And it's something that, again, it is in the culture and it's undeniable, but it's something that unless you actually explore what it means, you don't get why that is a benefit. And it's that people flock to us and not the other way around. So when people ask me, Aaron, why should I be a PJ? What I try to do is I say, okay, so that, the old colloquialism, right? Of, when the Rangers and the SEALs need somebody, who do they call? They call a PJ. That's a joke, and it's cringy to actually say. I would never say that to anybody in any real sense, to like, oh, whatever. You need me, I don't need you. However, in my career, not one time have I ever put in a single RFF for one Ranger for a mission to go. There's never been a time where I've looked at my officer and go, hey, you know what, sir? You know what we need for this mission? One PJ. You know how many Ranger teams have done that? You know how many SEAL teams at the highest level have done that? You know how many times they've asked for specifically for a JTAC, specifically for a TAC P guy, whether it's soft or conventional. The new AFSPEC War commercials, great job on the TAC P side, but combat controllers and JTACs, man, and the TAC P folks, that's who the enemy fears most. That's why we stopped wearing long antennas. You know why? Because they know you're the JTAC. That's why there is a bounty. That's why our enemies put a bounty on rescue helicopters. You know why? Because we're that important to the joint force. Because if you can take away the ability to rescue, if you can take away specifically what AFSPEC War provides to the joint environment, that's a huge shot to morale. I don't know if you can say that with anybody else in such a precise term and bring up the things that I just brought up. Like the fact that people flock to us, the people that, I don't know how many, deployments I've been on where people kind of like adopt the PJ team. You're like, oh yeah, I was working with these really cool Rangers and we ended up being, friends and stuff. That doesn't often happen in the reverse. And again, it's not to say that we're the cool kids. It's just to say that that's part of our culture that's there. And it's a cool thing about AFSPEC War that's part joke, but also partly true.
Well, that's that. Again, it goes back to that being a chameleon as well, is that I have noticed that people either really like us or they think we're complete assholes. One of the two.
Weird.
There's not much of an in between.
Oh man, I know we're all laughing at the joke of like the people that really don't like us. There's always a trait that those people have, and it usually has to do with competition with members of the opposite sex and losing that competition. I believe it.